What's up, guys? NepentheZ here, and welcome to another episode of I Rate Your Clubs. We have got some fantastic clubs for you today. If you guys in general are enjoying the I Rate Your Clubs video and you wouldn't mind dropping a thumbs up, it would be very much appreciated. The more likes we get, the more often I will do this. I don't want this to be something that I kill real quick because I do it too much. But you guys seem to be absolutely loving me looking at other people's clubs. So get 10,000 likes on this video or I'll never upload ever again anywhere. Do it. Today we are starting off on Owen's account, Owen Slater, Slats11, as he likes to call himself. He has been grinding the Sudamericana SBC like a madman for a few weeks now, maybe even a bit longer, maybe 4 weeks. And he's created an absolutely immense squad from it. All of these SBCs, to my knowledge, have come from the grind. So I don't know. He actually did be a Bieni. What a weird guy. No wonder why he got almost as many losses as wins. He's got Allison coming in first off with that first owner untradeable. I'm not even kidding, man. We have had on average more accounts that have had an untradeable team of the year Allison than haven't. That blows my mind, right? Because I didn't get one. And I wanted one. We've got an untradeable Sergio Ramos. We've got the untradeable SBC Ogbonna. David Luiz coming in there as well. 315 games. And Alexandro as well, with 94 games played on him. Rodrigo is probably to come very soon. And then Seedorf untradeable from Icon SBC, the mid-Icon SBC. We've got Cristiano Ronaldo, first owner untradeable in there as well. Not bad return there. 375 goal contributions from 333 games. 94 Messi, I guess you're looking to buy. And then that 90 Vidal that I know you're working towards completing. And then Eden Hazard untradeable as well in the starting lineup. Olmo, Eriksson, Baggio, Biabieni, Bakayoko, and Campbell along the bench. So I know Owen started with, I don't know if he did like SBCs, League SBCs before, but I know now the only thing he does to make coins and get cards is grind the Sudamericana SBC. So a few objectives done there. The Syria Politano done, and that's it. That's the only one done. Another person. I would like to find an account to look at an account that has done all of the milestones. So if you have got a full milestone completed account, next video you're in. All right. I wanna have a look at an account like that. Because that'd be interesting. Unstoppable. You've done it, have you? Yeah. So there you go. Owen's got almost 700 wins, almost 600 losses. Don't really care about this tab. The online tab, let's have a look where he's at in Division Rival. So he's actually ranked 2. Division 5, almost 1,000 skill rating. In Foot Champs, last week, he finished on... Where was that? Was that Gold 3? Yeah, so Gold 3 this week. 14 and 16 as well. And then last week... Didn't even play last week? That's crazy. That is quite crazy. So no games played at all from Owen last week. And then in terms of his draft records, he didn't even have any of the completed sets for 300 wins either, did he? That's quite crazy. 155 to 133. 12 wins. Hey, very nice, man. Scoring doesn't seem to be a problem for you there. You've got a lot of goals per game scored. It's just the conceding, just the defending. I guess you struggle with a little bit there. We've already looked at his squad, of course. And then in terms of the SBCs, if we go to the player tab first, Bergwijn not started yet. Sudamericana and Libertadores well on their way, as per usual. Flashback Vidal, the 86 and the 87 done, and then an 85 to go, of which I assume... So you've only got Bustos once, so that's the team that you're going to put together for that. And look at that, guys. Once you put in Barrera, Dominguez, and Bustos, you're literally looking at 184, 183, and then 82s and 81s. Just easy as you like for an 85 rated squad. Easy as you like. Really nice. And so that'll be Vidal done. Moreno, you are also going to be working on. And then the League SBCs, as I say, I know you used to work on these. I don't think he does anymore because there's just no need to anymore. And then it's just Sané and Boateng to go. So Hazard done. Ramos, Sandro, and Ogbonna done. Interesting that you kind of opting out of doing the live SBCs. Manolas, I suppose, doesn't fit your team. Hulk, Fuchs. Fuchs you probably will do. I think he's probably worth doing. And then all the trash that's there. So 600,000 coins, guys. And That's Owen's club. Only 676 players, so you really don't stack much. So you really have sold everything and grinded out everything. You've got the team of the Alisson, the Hazard, the Ronaldo, the Ramos, a few loans coming in. Sandro, Baggio, Ericsson, David Luiz, Seedorf, Ogbonna, Bakayoko. So it's just the main team. Olmo, Bustos, of course, you're about to use. You have got the 85 Joe Gomez, 309 games on him, and then nothing left. Like this, I am jealous of a club like this. I wish I had the balls to cut everything except my starting 11. Maybe what I should do is build like a strong team from all the major leagues and major nations that EA continually use, and then get rid of everything else. I don't know. But that's a really nice club. Like SBC City out here from the Sudamericana grind. And then nothing on a trade pile. As I say, I know that all Owen uses is it's easier to, like, you make a lot more coins on console than you do on PC from selling stuff. That's one thing that I've come to notice. But he just has loads of crap up for sale because what else do you need it for? So there you go. So that is club number 1, guys. That is an SBC, like a heavy SBC club. Doesn't actually have a full team, but we'll work towards that very, very soon. And let's move on to a club 2. All right, guys, on to the next account. This is actually a viewer's account, not like a mix of subs account. This is just a regular viewer's account. And he said he has over 2,500 wins, which he does. Before we get into this account, first of all, I didn't rate Owen's club, and neither did you. So rate down below, like Owen. Me personally, I'll probably give like a 6 out of 10 for Owen. Few objectives, not crazy amounts. Pretty empty club. Not even a fully built team. Not a huge amount of coins. Like, he's still grinding towards getting to that 10 out of 10 club, but he's well on the grind. And then this is a club number 2, Nagre FC. So we're going to start as we mean to go on in the objectives section. So he's already done the season objectives, which means he has no incentive to do any of this anymore, which sucks a little bit. Another player with no milestones done other than champs and squad battles. So a lot of these wins coming in squad battles, fair enough. And then rivals only at 167. So it's literally a lot of foot champs and a lot of squad battles on this account. Squad battles, there you go. He's still in there. Let's go into the online tab. So rivals, Division 1, 2200 skill rating. I don't blame you for not playing rivals if you're in Division 1. Screw that for a laugh. Let me show you guys that he is it. There you go. Skill rating is 2224. I wouldn't play rivals if I was in Division 1 either. So I don't blame you too much. Foot champions. Let's have a look how you did in foot champs. I can imagine if you're a Division 1 player, at least 23 wins unless you stop at 14, which may well be the case. So 20 wins this week. Wow, you finished 20-1? Why would you stop? Just play to 23 at least. And then last week, 25. Hey, fair enough, man. What a player we got here. That's a GG indeed. And then I can imagine you've got a lot of draft games. I bet your draft record is going to be insane. Oh my God. That is unreal. That is better than Viper's draft record. And what's crazy is you see how it says 4 in a row, 255. It's actually more than that. It just stops at 255. Doesn't move on from there. That's it. Once you get 255 4 in a rows, it never moves to 256. It just stops. So he's actually he's actually won because he's lost 99. He's actually won what, 276? Is that right? 278, something like that. So what an absolutely unbelievable draft record. Almost 6,000 goals scored. Almost 2,000 goals conceded. I'll be honest. The possession and pass accuracy is not that of a player that I would expect to have a record of 1,310 wins to 99 losses. I would expect the possession to be way higher and the pass accuracy to be way higher. It would be interesting to see how this guy plays a game of FIFA with possession that low. Chem style's changed on the draft as well. I rate that. That is an absolutely insane draft record. And then let's have a look at his main squad. Not as wild as I thought it might have been. Jens Lehmann in goal. Purchased as well. That's very interesting. Sergio Ramos, SBC at right back, of course. Opara. Guys, this is an elite 2 or better level squad. And it's not that great. It's not bad, don't get me wrong. But comparatively, wow, first owner Pereira, very nice. Comparatively to the other teams, now there's one of the game changers, the the mid Hullet. First owner, untradeable as well. That's a big dub, that is. Marcus Rashford, purchased. Look at that as well. 110 goal returns on him. Fantastic. Sissoko, purchased. Neymar player of the month, of course. Like, if you're somebody that wants to get Elite 3 or better, you had to have done that SBC card. You couldn't have passed up on that at all. Eusebio, first owner, untradeable as well. Look at that return on him. 890 goal contributions in 511 games. And then Cristiano Ronaldo, very recently purchased as well. This is, don't get me wrong, this is a good team. You got 5-star skill moves, 5-star skill moves, 5-star, 5-star. You got 5-star, 4-star on Rashford. Sorry, 5-star, 5-star on Rashford, I beg your pardon. 5-star weak foot here. What's Hullet? 5-star weak foot here. And then you got nothing but pace in the back line, right? Ramos, Opara, Pereira, and Walker, nothing but pace. And that is, like, genuinely all you need. Not all you need. That is, like, the core basics of what's needed in this game. Pace, pace, pace on your back line, and then 5-star skill moves and 5-star weak foot on your midfield and attack. So people want me to check his tactics on this one. Let's have a look. Hopefully, what do we got? 4-1-2-1-2. Balanced and balanced. Interesting, that. Getting behind, stay forward. Getting behind, stay forward. Stay forward. Stay back while attacking and cover center. Stay back while attacking and cover center. And then balance. That's interesting. Stay back while attacking on the fullbacks. That's quite interesting. 4-2-2. Balance and press on possession loss. Getting behind and stay forward again. So nothing. No comeback on defense. And let this be a lesson to those of you that are looking to progress in this game as well. There's no comeback on defense here. No one depth drop back. None of that cheesiness. It's balanced tactics. It's not all-out aggressive attack. It's not all-out aggressive defense. It is genuinely just very balanced. Press on possession loss again. And then getting behind, stay forward. Stay forward. There's a comeback on defense in the 4-2-3-1. That must be like a defensive formation as well. Stay back and stay back. Stay back and stay back. So that's the only ones so far with the comeback on defense on the wide players. And then last but not least, the 3-4-2-1, which is probably the all-out attack. Yeah, constant pressure, fast build-up, everyone going forwards. Getting behind and stay forwards, stay forward, get forward on both the midfielders, stay forward on both the wide men. And that's that. So there's one defensive-minded tactic, one offensive-minded tactic, and then two very balanced tactics. And lots of different formations. So, you know, you could play narrow with two CDMs, narrow but also quite wide if you're using the outside cams, and then a very wide, very ultra-attacking formation. Lots of balance there. And so, fair enough, man. The fact that you're getting that many goals and that many games and that many wins and whatnot is absolutely fantastic. And then last but not least, only 700 players in the club. Eusebio is indeed top scorer. Let's have a little brief look at the club. So obviously the loans there, the big cards up top. Sergio Ramos, again, we've already seen. NepentheZ and Bernardo Silva sitting in there. Another 5-star weak foot player. And Bernardo Silva in there. Rashford, of course. Big Verge, untradeable. Yep. David De Gea, untradeable. Of course, that Ruud Hullet untradeable is a monster. And that Sergio Aguero, first owner untradeable, doesn't have a great record. Probably a super sub. Eusebio, the Diaz card. I thought this card was legit. It's just too difficult to fit him into teams. It's got Fred as well. Untradeable, no games. And then it just descends into the smaller players. So Hector Bellerin in there. None of the SB, like none of the objective players. No Mbabu objective. No Tagliafico objective. No Mendes objective. No Gbamin objective. Of course, the Kent card. You can't not. 5-star weak for overpowered. Promes, only 3 games on him. Fair enough. 20 games on him. That is a solid club, man. That is a solid club. I'll give that a strong 9 out of 10. Right? The only thing this club is missing is like the best team. Like if this was like a full team of the year team, this would be a 10 out of 10 club. The record is brilliant. The draft record is brilliant. The fact you're getting Elite 2 in champs and 20-1 in champs and stuff is fantastic. You're in Division 1, which is sensational. You've got some insane first owner players. You've got a very fun squad, lots of meta players, but also lots of fun. I give that a solid 9 out of 10 for that club. What do you guys rate it? Let's move on to account number 3. All right, guys. Next up, we've got a subscriber, Chouie's account. First of all, lots of games again. 1,600 wins, 650 losses, and 88 draws there. Let's start at the beginning. Interesting. Yeah, let's start at the beginning and have a look at the objectives and whatnot. It's a bit heavy. So wow, you haven't done yet all of the season objectives or the season progress. You haven't even got the 100k pack. Fair enough. I mean, that's quite surprising. You haven't done any. Oh, you've done 2 of the smaller milestone players. Squad battles were out to 5 of 6 there. 209 squad battles wins. And then I guess you have the champs and rivals wins on top of the Premier League and Serie A player. And after the, I didn't do Trossard personally either because I didn't think he was good enough, right? And I think that's where most people gave up is when Trossard came. Some people did him, some didn't. And that's just where most people just literally gave up. So not a lot of objectives done there either. In terms of rivals, Chouie is in Division 3. Very nice indeed. So 1,650 skill rating. Very respectable. I don't want to look at his team just yet. We'll go, you know that? I can't wait to look at your team because that one of the players on your team there is one that I regret not doing. But yeah, there you go. 1,650, almost into Division 2, which is where I spent most of my time on the PlayStation Road to Glory doing objectives. Foot Champs hasn't claimed his qualification points just yet. Where did he finish the week just gone? Oh, did you not play this week? Oh, that's interesting. Wow, he didn't play this week. What about last week? 23 wins. So an elite player. How come you didn't play this week? You're an elite level player and you just don't play? What is wrong with you people? Why wouldn't you play? Let's have a look at his draft record as well. We're never gonna beat Mohinder's draft record. I don't think we'll see a better draft record ever than that. I don't think Vipers is quite that good, and I know Julius hasn't played quite as much FIFA this year as before, so I don't think his is nearly as good. That's another great return. 85 wins from 197 entries. Not that draft is a true representation of total skill, but the fact that Chouie is an Elite 3 player in Division 3, almost Division 2, and probably could get higher if you didn't do objectives and stuff, and has 85 draft wins from 197 entries, does make me think, like, why don't I just play? Why don't I build like a super team or the best team that I can and just play hard to see what I can do? Because I have very similar or sometimes better stats than some of the people that do that sort of stuff. And then you play 1 or 2 games of this game and you're like, that's why. That's why. Because this game sucks dick. But there you go. Good draft record there as well. Now to look at the squad. This guy right here, I think, was probably one of the most slept on SBCs in the entire game. Right? He was there month 1. And if we knew the meta then as we do now, stats only as a sub, that's crazy. If we knew the meta then as we do now, 3-star, 4-star, up until about the last 4 to 6 weeks was more than good enough. And because he's got that insane pace and that insane agility and balance, with really, really good positioning, finishing, and shot power, he would have been monster status. He would have been monster status. But because people were still playing like they were trying to play FIFA 19 and people weren't looking at high agile players and things like that, he got slept on. There's too many players like him now, sure. But back then, when he first came out, he was day 1. You know, he was week 1. He would have been tearing it up for people if they knew how to play the game like they do now. That's one card that I wish I did do on the Road to Glory that I ended up not doing. So let's have a look at the team anyway. We've got a first owner, obviously Courtois Player of the Month, 300 games. First owner untradeable Trent, 400 games. First owner untradeable Shapeshifter Kante. First owner untradeable Hierro. First owner untradeable Mendy, of course, SBC to Glory. First owner untradeable Sergio Ramos. First owner untradeable Makalele. And Kevin De Bruyne. Love that card. Probably my favorite card in the game, that guy right there. First owner untradeable Eden Hazard and Asensio and Raul. So you have a full first owner untradeable squad. Is everyone here first owner and untradeable? Sancho, yes. Odegaard, yes. What a waste of time he was, right? Marcelo, yes. Casemiro, yes. Benzema, wow, you put a lot of time into that Benzema card. Fair play, man. 320 games, 242 goals, and 175 assists is a very good return on him. Ricardo Quaresma there, first owner untradeable. Jovic, first owner untradeable. I wonder if we got a Real Madrid fan on our hands here. You are a Real Madrid fan? Yeah, that makes sense. And first owner Modric, first owner Carvajal, first owner Vázquez. Nearly 400 games on him. That's crazy. That is a really nice starting lineup and a really nice bench. Very heavy Real Madrid themed, as you can see there. So you got all the Real Madrid players chilling on the bench and in the starting lineup and whatnot. Sergio Ramos, how do you play that team? Do you put Kante into the midfield and Ramos into the back line? I would probably assume. I wonder if you get more chemistry if you started in a different formation. Get Courtois on. Anyway, not that matters. So nothing. Only 420k coins, and then nothing really on the trade world. Looks like we've got another Sudamericana grinder here. Lots of strikers and centre backs. Oh, you're the kind of guy that picks these up when they're pennies, aren't they? Yeah, 300, 400, 500 for the strikers, and then puzzled ages. Oh yeah, fair enough. And then nothing obviously in this section. Then the My Club section. So De Bruyne, the top scorer, 3.6k players on the team. And then let's have a look at the first few pages of the club. 2 Team of the Years, lots of SBC cards. Bobby Baggio there as a untradeable icon. Drogba and Lothar Matthäus. Kubo. I didn't really understand this card. See, this is another card that you think his reaction and composure suck, but everything else about this card is intense, man. Great pace. Otherwise than that, great dribbling, great stamina, very good shooting, 4-star, 4-star. He's just missing out on that 5-star weak foot or 5-star skill moves. We've got Pereira, Shapeshifter, another untradeable. Is everyone here first owner untradeable? Makalele, Shaqiri, Roberto Carlos, the Mbabu objective card, very nice. Diego Carlos, SBC. Orsic, of course, we've already seen. Ake, Debussy. And considering how many players you've got, you don't have many like high-end players. We're page 5 and we're already into like the low-tier players. But fair enough. That's a good account, man. Good division, good champs return, good draft return, good squads. I think I'll give this like an 8 out of 10 as far as the club goes. Could use a few more big-tier players. And then pushing up to that Division 1 and stuff. But I'll give that an 8 out of 10. I think that's a really nice club. Let's move on. All right, guys. The penultimate account we've got now is Marv's account. Yoga Benito there. Honestly, straight away, he can't possibly be higher than an 8 out of 10 because he has 289 coins. So that's an L to start with. However, he did say in the message that he is an Elite 1 Road to Glory account. So a fair few of the objectives done. Fair few of them not done as well. And then in terms of milestones, next episode, guys, we're going to have at least 2 accounts that have got all the milestones done. So I'm looking forward to reviewing those clubs. The Politano is there. Squad Battles, not quite. Wow, not even close, 118. Rivals, only 237. So you're an Elite 1 player that just bangs champs. So Foot Champs and Syria done. And that's it again for milestones. And with 1,300 wins, that means we've got another account that is going to have a very, very strong draft record. In terms of skill rating, he's in Division 2, very close to Division 1. Just 54 points away from being a Division 1 player. So very, very strong then. You have done a fair old amount of objectives to consider that you're in Division 1. Foot Champs. Foot Champs there. We've got last week's records. 14 wins. And what did you finish on, Marv? 14 and what? 14 and 1. Fair enough. So there's, unless last week you got Elite 1, you did. There you go. 28 and 2 last week. Fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. So a couple of big players on the episode today. And then the draft record. Let's see what we're playing with here. And again, this kind of draft record. Now, again, I do want to say draft record is no true indication of skill. it's a good like bar to set. And so when I see Marv on Channy, give me like 15 minutes, right? And I'm coming. When I see Marv here with a worse draft record than myself, pass accuracy is quite low, possession is quite low, for a guy who's hitting Elite 1 and getting really, really comfortable, like high rating and stuff, again, it motivates me to be like, man, I need to push harder on this game and get in more. And then you play one, then you're like, you get DC'd from a game and you're just like, yeah, no. You know what I mean? That's my feelings on the situation. But even so, that is still a sensational draft return right there. Let's have a look at his squad. Wow. Wow, okay, so not quite what I expected from a guy that plays so well. That's very interesting. So he's got Sergio Ramos, an absolute beast. Lala, that's a very interesting card. Do you play him at centre-back, Marv? Yeah, you do, because you've got Shadow on him. How tall is he? He's only 5'10". I suppose it doesn't matter. That's very interesting. Rio Ferdinand there, 600 games almost on him. Robertson, first owner on trade, almost 500 games on him. Eden Hazard, good return on him. Aouar, I love that card. Good return on him. The 4-star, 3-star is starting to, like, he's really starting to fall behind the power curve. Ramos goes centre-back. Lala goes right-back. Fair enough. SEM with 260 games. This is a weird one. He's 4-star, 5-star, which is good. But his reactions and composure just really let him down. Like, really let him down. But hey, if he works for you, then he works for you. Kylian Mbappe, red in form. Very nice. What a great return on him as well. The 5-star, 4-star, the high-low work rates. And then Douglas Costa, you actually opted in for him. That's surprising because this is another card that I just hate. His finishing sucks and his reactions and composure are usable but not high-end. Musonda's one of your favourite players on the game. Fair enough, man. Do you know what? For a guy that got 28-2 last week, it's great to see a team like this because, again, it goes to show people. You know, we saw the one team where the guy got Elite 1 and had like an insane meta team, 5-star, 4-stars all over the place, pace on the back line. Then you see this team, and this is not an unachievable team by anybody's standards, right? Not by anybody's standards. This is, I would say, if I came up against a team like this, my first thought would be, this guy's played the game a fair bit, right? It wouldn't be, oh my God, this is like an Elite 1 level player. Because these teams are generally quite common. Your bench is fantastic as well. We'll look through some of those players once we go and look at the club. But the team is very nice. And since you're in Elite 1 as well, let's have a little brief look at the... oh, no custom tactics because it's a concept squad. Sorry, guys. Transfers, you literally have 289 coins and not a lot all else. Jesus Christ. And then the My Club section. So only 1,100 players in the club. Let's have a look at some of these big guys. So Hazard and Robbo we've already seen. Mbappe and Ramos we've already seen. What else have we got going on here? Bernardo Silva coming in hot. Almost 300 games on him. Very nice. SEN and Douglas Costa chilling. Lala Musonda. You got the Murphy card as well. 44, 15 and 30. Not bad. This is another card that's just let down by that reactions and composure. But other than that, it's a solid card. Ogbonna in there. Quality card. A lot of quality cards that are just easy to achieve, aren't they? See, I think this Bergwijn card would be amazing. I would probably play this card a lot. I'd whack a sniper on him, which is exactly what you've got. Boost that finishing and positioning. Boost that dribbling right up. His pace is already insane. His stamina and strength are insane. And he's got a 5-star weak foot, 4-star skill moves. I like that card a lot. You've got a David Alaba in there as well. Politano and Butragueno. Aouar, of course. Pope. Why not? Ferdinand. Bahabek. Did you use this guy at all? Fair bit. 3-star skill moves lets him down a bit. Kent in there as well. You really didn't use him too much, huh? Only 72 games. This card is so good. It's just so good. Max pace. Dribbling, agility and balance. Top tier. He does need a bit of a boost on some of the other dribbling stats and some of the shooting stats. But outside of that, he's just a monster. Phillips in there as well. Very nice. And then it slows down into absolutely nothingness. So Good account, man. I'll give that an 8 out of 10. You're lacking coins. You're lacking some top end cards, but you've got high skill account, high divisions, good draft records, good champs records. So I'll give that account an 8 out of 10 as well. And that's going to be us moving on to the final account. All right, guys, on to the last account for today. We're on Blakey's account, and Blakey is an offline only player. He said he has. I asked him, has he got any online games? And I also asked if he had any losses at the same time, and he said 4. I don't know if that means he's got 4 online games or 4 losses. We're about to see. Having losses against squad battles as well. So, Jesus Christ. So he's got 4 online games, 2 losses. Probably 2 of those online games losses. But it sometimes it's difficult to not get losses when you're playing squad battles as well, when the game kicks you off the server, right? So Blakey has 1.7 million coins. You are free to play as well, Blakey, right? 1,010 wins and 2 losses, which is crazy. In terms of objectives, still doesn't have Fred yet, but considering he doesn't play any online games, that's pretty good. That is pretty good. Icon swaps online, not touched. Week 4 gold, can't get there anymore. And I'll tell you something as well. You spent 12k at the start. Okay, fair enough. I'll tell you something as well. It is brilliant to know, for those of you that struggle online or don't have, online privileges or have really bad internet or anything, that you can get the entire season done strictly playing offline. That's good to know. In terms of milestones, they're just not. So there you go. You've got 1 and 1 for the Premier League and La Liga players for rivals done. I assume that you've got your squad battles, Tifo, the squad battles master, and then nothing else completed. Fair enough. It's going to be interesting to see your squad, Blakey, for sure. So you've played 4 rivals placement matches and nothing else. So you haven't even placed in draft. You've never played champs. Sorry, in rivals. And then you've built a draft, but you never played it. There you go. 4 online games only. In terms of your squad, you're using... so Blakey is Australian, and he's using an Australian league team. This is going to be real interesting to see how many games you have on these guys. None. First owner untradeable, though. Respect to that. None. 1. Okay, we're really ramping up now. None. And none. Cool, good team. Good team. Switch squads. Where's the main team at? Boo Boo's 11. You call it Boo Boo's 11? All right, that's a bit more like it. That's a bit more like, wow, you are SBC heavy. 400 games on De Gea. 120. So tell us, Blakey, why is it that you only play offline? Why is it that you only play squad battles? Why don't you play online? And what motivates you to play so much squad battles? I couldn't. You've got about 1,008. At the very least 1,008. The very most 1,008. Very least 1,004 or 1,006 or whatever offline games. Like wins on. You don't have time most days. So you don't have time, but you've played 1,000 games. Oh, offline draft? Oh, maybe a lot of offline draft. Yeah. We can have a look at the offline draft. You got some nice players in there, man. A lot of SBC cards and whatnot. Training. Fair enough. Let's go and see if the offline draft is there. And if he's played any offline draft. Not one. Oh, wait, hold on. It was there. It came in late. Only 12. You lost one? How do you lose? So one of your 2 losses came in the draft. It has to be a DC. Oh, yeah, maybe you quit in the final to see what the record was, to see what you got as the, yeah, maybe offline draft record, because no goals conceded. So, hey, fair enough, man. 44-1. Wait, hold on. Yeah, so first round. It's first round. First round draft exit. So not too many. Still, though, only 45 games in a draft. So the rest of them squad battles. 1.7 million coins. Not a lot going on the trade pile. Yeah, not a lot going on the trade pile at all. And then for the My Club, 4.5k players, Juan Mata, top scorer. And so you have actually played the best part of like 960 squad battles games. That blows my mind. That blows. You couldn't pay me enough to do that. You just couldn't. Diego Costa in there. So I guess your main team was about everything that we saw in terms of like the high-end cards. Yeah, looks like it. A few League SBC cards, objective cards and stuff. You honestly, you couldn't pay me enough money to play nearly 1,000 squad battles games. That is outstanding. This account, guys, I mean, we got to give it, I want to say like a 9, right? And the reason why I want to say a 9 is because you've played almost 1,000 squad battles games, and that deserves a +2. And otherwise, it would be a 7 out of 10. But because of how many squad battles games you played, that's a 9 out of 10 account. Fair enough. That is going to be the end of the video, guys. If you did enjoy it, be sure to leave a like, rating, comment, subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. But for now, guys, I'm out. Peace.